Toyota Tacoma. Oh, I wanna know ya. Ford Focus, Jeep Compass, baby, come on, let's kiss. Honda Accord, U-Haul truck. Come on, baby, let's fuck. Honda Pilot, off-Route 93. There's a tunnel I'm in, you see. And there's cars all around me, all stuck in traffic together. There's no sun in here, but it's so warm in I can't rhyme in here with in here. There's no sun below under the city, but it's hot, yeah, I know. And I don't wanna open the windows 'cause the air is gross. On Route 93, Toyota Tacoma. I wanna know ya. There's a Toyota Tacoma that's been in front of me for a while, so that's gotten wedged into my brain. And I'm just trying to find other cars that vaguely rhyme, and some of them do. I'm in the tunnel. I'm always in the damn tunnel. How was everyone's day? Mine was pretty good. I did planting crew. It probably just got louder in here because I opened the window to let the gross air in. And it's cooler than the car air. Maybe if I open another window, I'll get a cross breeze going. I don't know. We're talking about making a roomie band, so I'm thinking about that. Because I play guitar and I've been called the best guitarist of the group. Which is maybe true, but then I remembered. When I try to play guitar on stage, my hands get all shaky and I can't play riffs. So I can be rhythm guitar, no problem. But riffs might be a struggle. I can solo. I can play I can solo. I can rhythm guitar very well. Can't play riffs on stage. Can play riffs in practice, but not on stage. But I can sing. And I feel like it would be cool to learn drums and or bass, but surely they're not beeping at me. Approaching the light at the end of the tunnel. No. That's not the part we're at. I'll never get there. No, surely I will reach the light at the end of the tunnel at some point. I'm not there yet. Yeah, no, did planting today. That was fun. That was chill. Wasn't a crazy packed planting day. I barely worked. I only worked 8.5 hours. That's freaking nothing. I went to a coffee shop on my break. That was fun. And then when you when you're on break and the supervisor you're working with starts cleaning up early, finishes their break and starts getting back to work, but is like, no, you're fine, you're chill, take your full break. And it's like, well, yes, I am happy to do that, and I will do that, but you could also take a break. You supervisor don't have to run yourself ragged. But I don't know. I got a coffee from the coffee shop. No, my partner says, don't do a Boston accent. You're not allowed. But no, the coffee's good. And I also got a salmon bagel. That was good. I didn't finish that. I've still got more of it somewhere. Just gotta dig it out of my bag. And I've been drinking water too. I haven't just been drinking coffee. After safety meeting today talked about don't get heat exhaustion. Drink water. Coffee doesn't count as water. They treat me so terribly here. They don't just let me consider coffee to be water. But then they also talked about, oh yeah, when you're dehydrated, don't just like gulp it all down. Take sips, which had me very, I don't know if self-conscious is the word, maybe a little bit. Made me very aware of how I love to take big gulps of the water. I like to drink a quarter of the bottle all at once, but maybe that's not the best way to do it. But maybe if I'm already kind of hydrated, it's fine. Maybe it's just a heat stroke problem. Yeah, one of my old friends had some stories of times getting heat stroke. I should ask her about it. Oh wait, I can't because she died. R.I.P. It wasn't heat stroke. That took a turn. I don't know. She had a story of when she was a kid and biked in the heat and wasn't drinking water and was like carrying something and got heat stroke, which maybe not the best thing to do, but you can hardly fault a child for getting heat stroke. But yeah, I'm gonna try to not get heat stroke. But yeah, it's gonna be warm tomorrow. It's gonna be even warmer on Thursday. Like 2 degrees warmer. It's gonna be warm on both days, and it's gonna be a little rough, and we'll see. Tomorrow I'm on planting crew, and I'm starting to like planting crew. I do definitely miss the tree trimming, but I like the planting. I like digging holes. I think the rest is fine, but you dig the hole. That's good. I like it. I feel like I'm not in a great rhythm of being useful for the rest of it, but the initial hole digging, I like that. I feel like I'm decent at it. I feel like I'm a helpful part of the team. Putting the tree in the hole, it's whatever. Filling in the hole, not a big fan, but it's fine. But digging that hole, yeah, I like that. I like planting crew because I feel like it's a good strength test. And yeah, I don't know. Ooh, this car has FJB on the license plate. Do we think it's for fuck Joe Biden? It just looks like those randomly generated license plates. I wonder this person's political orientation and if they register this random license plate as meaning something. I feel like so often I see acronyms and I'm like taking them apart and putting them back together in my brain. I'm like, yeah, these random 3 letters on a license plate. I know what that stands for, when it like very clearly doesn't. And then sometimes it's like close to an acronym I know, and I'm like, oh yeah, that clearly means this in a sense of like knowing it doesn't, but like, I don't know, it's like a fun wordplay thing for me. I love playing with words. They're fun. Yeah, I don't know. How's your day? I want to hear from you. It's warm in the tunnel. It's warm in the frickin' tunnel. It's not crazy. And I haven't started gagging on the bad air. Oh, that's a good breeze. Yeah, the other thing about planting crew, I feel like the days tend to be shorter than the other crews. Which, perhaps the other crews should be having shorter days. Perhaps this isn't a, wow, planting crew has it easy. This is a, okay, I only worked 8.5 hours. But I mean, like, I feel like between truck driving, or, I mean, on planting crew, I'm passenger princess every time. I haven't driven on an actual, like, planting crew day. No, that's not true. I did drive burro to pick up $3,000 of trees that one time. Those 6 trees at $500 each. That was a little stressful. But I frickin' did fine. Did I slay it? I won't say particularly, but I didn't mess it up, so that's great. I feel like I did pretty good, and I feel like that's, yeah, I feel like when I did that, I didn't like knock it out of the park, do something amazing, but I took what I learned. I feel like I put effort into it. I did a good job. Took a while, didn't take forever. I feel solid and happy about what I did that day. But most of the time on planting crew, I'm passenger princess. Because the one truck, Meg's, the trailer is heavy enough that you need a CDL for it, and I ain't got a CDL. Someday I want a CDL. But I don't have one. But I imagine driving Georgia the bucket truck, and that thought makes me happy, because that's where my internship was. My internship's the wrong word, technically. I feel like it's a good word for it. My mentorship is the word I was looking for. But I do feel like internship is a good enough word for it. Like, it's not like I wasn't getting paid. I was getting paid a normal amount. I'm making, like, way more at this job than any of my other jobs. But I'm making, like, a normal, solid, normal wage. I'm just used to a very low-paying job. And plus I work overtime basically every week, and I get prevailing wage sometimes. Gotta love those $68 an hour days. Those are pretty sweet. But yeah, I'm like, wow, I'm rolling in the dough. Meanwhile, I'm just making like a normal amount of money. And like, I don't know, my rent's $750. That's not bad. It's more than most of the rents I've paid. But like, it's not that much. I feel like I'm living the good life. I feel like I'm living very comfortably. Not that I wasn't before, but now it's like I'm supporting myself. And that's lovely. And every time I hear a truck sound, I'm like, is that one of my coworkers? It's not one of my coworkers. They wouldn't be going this way at this hour. It's just a truck. There's trucks everywhere for those with the eyes to see. I love trucks. Oh yeah, so it's like, I don't know, I feel like I started talking about something that was going to lead into this, where it's like, yeah, I'm working 8.5 hours, but a solid chunk of that is either driving or passenger princessing. And like, yeah, that's not the same as not working, but it's not like I'm spending all 8.5 hours like lifting logs, moving trees, digging holes. It's like, yeah, I work hours. Sometimes I work a 12-hour day and it sucks. Sometimes I work a 12-hour day and it's fine. I have a good time. I leave work feeling good and not super worn out. I'm approaching the end of the tunnel. Oh, this asshole's moving into my lane. No, that's fine. Welcome. There's plenty of room for all of us. GMC Sierra. Wow. The light on my face. I mean, I'm allergic to it, but it makes me look good. I don't know. I feel like in another life I was a Twitch streamer. Well, in a future I'm a Twitch streamer. I don't know. I feel like in an alternate version of my life that could be feasibly reached, I'm gonna drop the pretense. I feel like I would enjoy being a Twitch streamer. I feel like I love being on the mic and just freaking rambling. One time at gonna use party as the word, and it was on the deck where the Ragers happened, but it wasn't a Rager. It was a small event, and I was handed one of those. Please let me merge into your lane. Thank you. I was using one of those. I was handed one of those mics with like distortion effects. That's just kind of a self-contained unit. And I don't know, something took me over. Something takes me over on stage sometimes. And it's beautiful when it does. I'm out of the tunnel. I feel like I wasn't in there forever. I don't know when I got in there. I think I'd been in the tunnel for a little while by the time I started this chat. So maybe I was in the tunnel at least 25 minutes, something like. But that's not bad. Oh, and I can roll down the windows a little more. Get a little more breeze flowing through here. Yeah, the roomies are talking about a roomie band, and I feel like we all want to sing, and I feel like I am so happy to play rhythm guitar for hours. So maybe I should pitch that, like, yeah, for Porch Fest, what if we make like 4 different bands or something like that, and it's really just the same, all of us, but we just take up all of the slots for our porch for the fest. And because like there's basically 6 people that live in this apartment, next year there will be, textually is not the word, de jure is close enough to the word. There will be 6 people on the lease next year. There are 5 people on the lease, and the 6th that will be on the lease next year has their own apartment and is dating someone who is on the lease, and the 2 of them together spend probably half their nights at my place. Or it might be like 3 and 3 and 1 of like at one place, at the other place versus separate. So like, yeah, we basically have 6 roommates. At least 5 of them are in this vague talk of roommate band. And also like, I mean this with love in my heart. I posted something like, people talk about the roommate band the same way they talk about the rapture or the revolution. Which is, I don't know if passive aggressive is the word. I feel like I meant that in a little like silly making fun of us way. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna phrase that. But yeah. But then the Porch Fest for our neighborhood is coming up in a couple months, so we are maybe already signed up for it. But the plan is we're gonna sign up our, the merging expert. Yeah, you can merge too. Yeah, I'm so nice when I'm driving. What was it? Yeah, so we're gonna sign up our porch for Porch Fest, and we're gonna sign up the roomie band that doesn't exist yet for Porch Fest, and it's gonna be a blast. What is this car doing? I'm gonna go past them. Yeah, that's fine. The thing is, I really do love driving. And like, sure, I wish there were more time in my day that were at home. But it's not like I don't like the commute. Like, yeah, sometimes I'm in the car for an hour and a half. And sometimes I talk to nobody for 25 minutes of it. And it's a good life. And it's a damn good feeling to run these roads. Oh yeah, but also I was thinking like, it would be, I feel like I'm in the right place to have a, maybe my niche is T-girl from, I'm gonna say vaguely the South. What if a T-girl from vaguely the South living in a city in the North made a folk country band? Ain't that swell? Wouldn't that be fun? Would people like that? I feel like they might. I feel like this city could go wild for that. And for me. And they could tell me I'm hot and beautiful. And I'd be like, sorry, everyone who lives in my city. I'm taken by one person who lives in the city. And that could be fun. I mean, I wouldn't do it for the attention, maybe a little, but like, I don't know, I love performing, and I feel like I really love, I've been working on girl voice lately. I don't know how well I've been doing. I feel like, I'm gonna say it, I feel like I've gotten good enough to be happy with my voice. Like, I feel like I don't feel voice dysphoria anymore, which is wild because I